What is up, guys? Third Impact here. After about 2 weeks, I'm finally back with the video. I've been in the middle of a very long and strenuous move. As you can probably see, I still don't have almost any of my stuff here and set up. I'm using very makeshift and shoddy conditions for this video, and I apologize. As you can see from this Madoka poster, I usually have some big ones going up across the top, but I'm going to have to mix that up with some landscape stuff, and I'm going to have to move this stand back and set it up in a completely different way. But at the same time, Anime North is in 2 weeks, so that usually mixes up the posters and the merchandise quite a bit. So I'm gonna make it a little bit better for the next couple videos that I'm gonna be doing, but I apologize for the shoddy conditions. What's important, of course, is the content. And I know it's been a long 2 weeks. I lost a subscriber in that time, and I feel so bad that I couldn't deliver and that I lost that person. But to you that have stuck around, merci beaucoup. And with that, let's just jump into the 5th episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders, because episode 6 is tomorrow. This can be sort of a episode 5 review as well as an episode 6 hype video. And holy crap, episode 5 was by far the best episode of season 3 so far, or part 3 I should say. And just this episode, this battle between Polnareff and Abdul was the first real awesome stand battle, I feel. Kakyoin and Jotaro was pretty good. And, you know, Tower of Grey was iffy, but this episode was so good. It had the music. It had the animation, especially the animation. Oh, just every time Magician's Red used his Crossfire Hurricane, or Crossfire Hurricane Special, of course, it looked absolutely fantastic. And again, with the color changing, how we got Magician's Blue last episode, this one we were retreated to Magician's Pink, and Abdul joined him in that color scheme switch up. So that was really cool. But also just worked as an amazing episode to really pump up both their new party member, Polnareff and Silver Chariot, as well as Abdul. Because, you know, with Polnareff joining the party, maybe they want to make him look cool, maybe have him win the fight. But this was a classic back and forth, over-the-top sort of anime-style battle where they keep introducing something new about their power or revealing something to their opponent. But it's just so well done and so ridiculous that I don't know what to say. This episode was just so good. There's a few little things, like when Polnareff's armor gets blown off, and you see the slow-mo of it showing his armor coming off and him being hit by Crossfire Hurricane. I feel like those slow-mos might be replaced with something in the Blu-rays. But overall, I don't think I can think of any complaints to this episode. Polnareff posing with his pose with his legs over by the docks when he's joining the party. And afterwards, you get to see Pet Shop on Dio's shoulder, that bird, which is going to be, obviously, something later on. It's kind of hard once you've read the manga to really talk about these episodes without too many spoilers. I mean, even the name Pet Shop is a bit of a spoiler, but, you know, that's pretty minor. But just overall, this episode, any gripes I had with the animation in the last episode, they were saving it for this episode, because this episode looked amazing. And obviously, Polnareff is an awesome addition to the party. He's a really funny dude, and he's also pretty powerful. But I liked how they had Abdul just destroy him near the end of that fight. And it was just so intense, this whole fight. And in classic, like, you think the fight might be over with an attack, but obviously they're going to be coming back with something else. It's like the first time Polnareff is hit with the Crossfire Hurricane, they're like, oh yeah, he's dead. If he's lucky, he might just be critically injured. Well, actually, that wouldn't be that lucky. He'd be better off dead after that attack. Well, one thing's for certain. He's at least going to be out of commission for 3 months. That much is certain. Yep, his stand was definitely destroyed. Melted down to nothing. It's just, they go on and on, just emphasizing how obliterated this guy is. When you know he's going to be coming back, and that he has an attack, and that the fight isn't over. And I just find that so awesome and hilarious. And when Polnareff just finally lost the fight at the end and he's burning to death, Abdul, who seems like a pretty cool, chill sort of guy, comes up to him with a knife and just throws it in front of him. And he's like, I've heard burning to death is rather painful. Use this knife to kill yourself. It's just like, holy shit, Abdul, like, that is some pretty hardcore shit. And he takes the knife, and Abdul turns his back. He thinks about throwing it. He's like, no, I'm not going to do it. Then he's going to kill himself with the knife, and then he's like, no, I'm not going to do it. And he's like, you know what? It would be selfish of me to kill myself at this point. I just need to be honorable and just burn to death. It was just like, wow, like that is some resolve right there, Polnareff. And Abdul acknowledges this. He cradles him in his arms and acknowledges him as a true man, and he joins their party. And you also find out about Polnareff's reason for wanting to go against Dio, or at least join their party. It's not necessarily, well, it's somewhat to find Dio. He knows that in going to find Dio, that he's going to find the murderer of his sister. This was a stand user we see through a flashback, which Polnareff was told by the sister's friend, this man with 2 right arms, or right hands. So, kind of peculiar, but then soon after that, he was turned into a minion of Dio's with a flesh bud. But now that this has been removed, he knows that if he joins their party to find Dio, he's very likely to run into the 2 right-handed man who killed his sister, because, you know, the stand users are drawn to Dio and Jotaro and their gang, so it seems like a good idea for Polnareff, and he's good now that he's had the flesh bud removed. But also, just a man for being able to not kill Abdul and accept his fate, even with this flesh bud embedded in him. So, awesome guy, awesome character, badass, but Abdul, even more badass. And next episode, the episode tomorrow, slight spoilers. The next episode is going to be the first real ora episode. And I know I kind of butchered it, but I don't want to really go to no, because there's going to be a lot of that to come. But the next episode, I feel like it's going to have the first long and drawn out punching sequence with Star Platinum, much more than what we saw in episode 2 with Kakyoin. So that's going to be epic. Can't wait for that. And gotta watch No Game, No Life, give you my reviews of episode 4 and 5. I got some other stuff coming too in the pipeline, but I thought I would just get this out of the way quick because I've just been thinking about Jojo ever since last week's episode. So that is Jojo episode 5. Holy crap. Episode 4, sure, it was a good episode, but like I said, not kind of probably my least favorite episode. Episode 5, my favorite episode so far. And just episode 6, we're going to get our first ora, and in episode 7, I don't even want to say what happens in episode 7. Episode 7 is just insanity. It's the first real, like, what? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure episode. So please stay tuned for more JoJo. So sorry to that one subscriber who left me in these last 2 weeks. And I'm really sorry about the layout. If you have suggestions, please, I need to get more of my books and fill this out. I need some more, like, wide posters to go along there, some landscape ones. But like I said, going to be going to Anime North at a convention in 2 weeks. So I'm going to be picking up lots of good stuff that I can fill this space with then as well. And if you're going to Anime North, let me know. I'd love to maybe, like, say hi, give you a little high five or something. That'd be sweet. It'd be awesome to meet a fan or somebody who watches my videos in real life. I think that'd be really cool. So let me know. And of course, please like, comment, subscribe. Sorry for the hiatus again, but I am beginning to settle into my new place, and with internet, I can again watch anime and deliver you guys the goods. So stick around, have a good one, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.